Everybody ready?
And if you could just give name titles beforehand so we can make sure we get all that spelling.
Tony Spencer, Commonwealth Attorney, Caroline County. Mr. Kin-Yu Chung was arrested at 8:35 this morning on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. The charges arise from the bus crash that occurred on May 31st on Interstate 95, which resulted in 4 fatalities and injuries to 53 other people. The crash occurred at approximately 4:55 a.m. and a Virginia State Trooper was on the scene within 1 minute. After the scene was secured and while passengers were still being assisted, the state police were in contact with me. At the time, we did not have probable cause to charge Mr. Chung with anything more serious than reckless driving. He was charged with reckless driving and was released on a $3,000 bond. The state police continued their investigation. By the next morning, they had gathered a great deal more evidence, and I had enough to file charging papers with Caroline Circuit Court to have Mr. Chung arrested on the manslaughter charges. The people of the Commonwealth can be proud of their state police. I've worked with many law enforcement agencies, and I can tell you that there are no finer law enforcement organizations than the Virginia State Police. And though the work of many people in this case has been outstanding, let me single out one person to mention. Trooper Andrea Val was the first responder to the scene of the crash. She arrived so quickly that the overturned bus was still rocking. Survivors of the crash were crawling out of the bus into oncoming traffic, and Trooper Val reacted quickly, professionally, and without regard to her own safety in taking control of the scene. Thanks to her actions, there were no further injuries. Within minutes, deputies with the Office of Caroline County Sheriff Tony Lippa arrived to assist, and they are to be praised for their professionalism and excellent work. Caroline Fire and Rescue workers under the supervision of Chief David Lehman did outstanding work in rescuing injured passengers and transporting them to area hospitals. And of course, the state police response was superb. In addition to numerous troopers and investigators, the superintendent of the Virginia State Police himself, Colonel Stephen Flaherty, was at the scene soon after the crash. This is an ongoing investigation, and I cannot say anything more about this case at this time. I can answer some questions about the legal process, what's going to happen next. So if you have any
Can you talk about the probable cause that supports the new charges?
I'm not going to do that.
Just what you have in your documents?
Nope.
So can you explain to us what happens next? He was just arrested, and what from here?
He is going to make he's going to make his first appearance before the circuit court. We charged him with what's called an information. There are 3 ways you can charge someone with a crime in Virginia. There's a warrant, an indictment, and an information. An information is a charging document that is actually it's prepared by the Commonwealth's attorney and signed by the Commonwealth's attorney and filed in the circuit court. That takes the case straight to circuit court. The only requirement is that there be an indictment before trial. So we expect at the July 6th grand jury to present bills of indictment. We expect those to be returned true bills. His trial would have to be set for sometime after July 6th. He's going to appear, I believe the next time the circuit court is in session in Caroline is going to be on Wednesday, next Wednesday at 10 o'clock. He will appear at that time, and he will be, the court will inquire whether he wants an attorney, whether he wants to hire his own, or wants one appointed, that sort of thing. And an arraignment date will be set at some later date after that, at which time he will enter his plea, and if he pleads not guilty, he'll state whether he wants a trial by judge or jury.
You said the manslaughter charges were filed Wednesday